Here are the top 3 mistakes I see from beginner content creators. And let me just say that everybody starts as a beginner. So you need to make mistakes in order to learn. So you shouldn't be stressed about this. You don't have to delete videos. You just need to know as you progress and get better. The first one is starting your video without speaking for like 3 seconds, staring into the camera. Hi, I'm going to talk about such and such. Okay, that's a huge mistake because in 3 seconds, your viewer has already scrolled on. And to that point, saying hello and wasting time introducing yourself is also a waste of those 3 seconds. So the key here is to edit off those few seconds at the beginning. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. The second mistake I see all the time is text on screen, too big, too high, too low. The captions are covering it, and a lot of people don't know you can clear your display and then you can read everything. So what you really want to do is make sure your text is in the center area so that the people who are watching your video don't have to struggle to read the text. And the third one is when you do a speaking video and you add music and you make the music too loud. Therefore, your audience can't hear what you're saying and they're struggling to hear your voice over the music. And this most likely is going to cause somebody to scroll on. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to edit your speaking video. And if you want to learn about the text and the music, hit the follow button because I'll be showing that in follow-up videos. Press the plus to start a video. If there's a sound up here, make sure you hit this X to get rid of it. Otherwise, it won't record the sound of your voice. Now choose the length of time you're going to speak, whether it's 15, 60, or 10 minutes. Give yourself enough time so that you can then edit it. I suggest picking a longer time so that you have plenty of time to make mistakes. Here we go. Press record. If you need help creating content, I have a creator community where I go live every week in a group setting to help creators make their content better. Okay. I also host monthly challenges so you can improve in different areas of content creation. It's a lot of fun. If you want to sign up, just go to the link right here. See you there. Okay. Then you press the record button to stop, and now we have to edit. Once you've recorded, you could see there's a little bit of red here, so I recorded my video. I tap the check mark. I can see my video here. I'm going to tap the edit button, and now you can see that there's a lot of space here at the beginning where I wasn't talking. You can zoom in on the timeline. Take 2 fingers and zoom in, so this way you can go along a little slowly and get to the part where you're speaking. So see how far? Okay, so I'm right here, I'm about to speak, and I'm gonna make my first cut by tapping split. And then if you go to the beginning here, you can see that there's 2 seconds where I was doing nothing. I wasn't talking at all. And I would have already lost my viewer if I left that there. So I wanna delete this 2 seconds. Now when I play this video, you'll hear it right from the beginning. If you need help creating content, I have a creator community where I go live every week in a group setting to help creators make their content better. Okay, now when I'm done speaking, I want to get rid of the pauses. So as soon as I say the word better, I'm going to stop, I'm going to split, and then I'm going to scroll ahead to when I thought of my next thing. I think I made a mistake first, didn't I? Let's see. I also host So that was a mistake, so I can pass that one. Okay, so now I want to go back and get right as I'm about to speak here. You can go as far as almost having your mouth open, ready to speak, and then split. And now if I show you, zooming back in on the timeline, I can show you that this little section here that I just marked, this whole section here, those 6 seconds of me making a mistake, la la la, talking and breathing, and I want to get rid of that. So I just tap on it, make sure it's highlighted, and tap delete. Now it's going to go from one phrase right to the next. Now I'm going to show you, and I'm not going to play the whole thing again, but I'll show you from the middle how nice and tight this is now. Setting to help creators make their content better. I also host monthly challenges so you can improve in different areas of content creation. Okay, right there, I'm going to stop. I'm going to tap, make sure it's highlighted, split. Now I'm going to get to my last statement, which was right here. So I'm going to move forward. Again, zooming in is helpful, because you can move along slowly. Okay, so right here I'm about to speak again. So I make a split, and then I cut out all of the dead space of me just thinking and staring. Delete. Now I want to make sure I cut off the end. If you want to sign up, just go to the link right here. See you there. Okay, so now as soon as I'm done waving, look at all this extra time here. I'm going to cut that off too. So I split, and then I get rid of the ending. And I have a nice, concise video. And what I can do here at the end is add... It's a lot of fun. is I can put my website where to sign up. So then when I say the link,
just go to the link.
When I say go to the link right here, I can have the link pop up. So I go to the spot where I'm pointing, right there. As my finger starts to point, I want this to come on. So I'm going to put my cursor right here, tap off the timeline for this. So put your cursor there, but tap off, tap text, and then you can type in whatever you want. Once I type it in, I can tap and I can select a style. So I can put a background on it like that, move it down. Now here's where you want to make sure it's centered and small, because look at right now, it's so big that it's covering up the icons over here. I'm just going to pinch and make it smaller. And then make sure it's centered still and make sure it's small enough right there. Okay, and now I'm going to make sure this stays on till the end. I think it is already, but sometimes it'll only put it on for a short bit. So make sure you stretch it out if you want it to stay there, and watch how it pops on.
Want to sign up? Just go to the link right.
See that? It just pops up right when I point.
Just go to the link right here. See you there.
Okay, so now my video is nice and organized, and I can swipe down, and now look at the icons over here. I'm going to tap the arrow, I'm going to tap captions, and then it's going to generate auto captions that can be on the screen. TikTok does generate its own captions, but if you don't have them turned on, you wouldn't see them. So I'm going to put captions on here, tap on style. I'm going to pick the one that's got some blue since it matches my shirt. Tap the X. Again, look how big it is. It's too big. It's going off the screen. So what am I going to do? I'm going to tap the X and I'm going to pinch and make it smaller like that. And now remember, I added that other line at the end. So let's make sure that they're not on top of each other. So if I didn't move this down, if it was up high, it would be on top of, my captions would be underneath the other title I added. So you want to make sure your captions are placed in a good spot. And now you have a really nice speaking video, and I'm going to show it to you. Here we go.
If you need help creating content, I have a creator community where I go live every week in a group setting to help creators make their content better. I also host monthly challenges so you can improve in different areas of content creation. It's a lot of fun. If you want to sign up, just go to the link right here. See you there.
Okay, now.
Every week in a group setting.
And now you can type your caption, pick your cover thumbnail, and you can post your video or save it to the drafts.